and welcome to the 1995 Bon Jovi Concert Series, and this is the first video according to the new format, so I'm really excited about this. So Saturday I had my mini meltdown, and I was supposed to cover, or no, it was Sunday. Saturday I had a migraine. Oh, that was a big meltdown. But then I couldn't film the video from Milan, Italy. And so I was supposed to do that on Sunday, and then I had my mini meltdown. So the mini meltdown was me realizing that I have so much fun reviewing these concerts when I have an actual registration of the concert, like a minimum of an hour of footage from that concert. So, and that it just really doesn't compare to having to create a story just based on a set list. So that's when I decided on Sunday I'm only going to review these concerts when they have a registration. I don't know if that's the English word, but in Dutch registration means that it's documented. So when it's documented, when we have an audio or a video of the concert, or at least 60 minutes of the concert. So in that sense, this is my first new video, according to this new concept, and this is what we'll be doing like for the rest of the year and for the 10 concerts in 1996 that we're gonna cover as well. To my surprise, my delight, yeah, it's almost like it was meant to be. This concert, Bremen, 26th of May 1995, was added to YouTube 2 weeks ago. It's a channel that's called I think Bon Jovi Concerts Live, Bon Jovi Live Concerts, and I'll be sending them just a small message, really thanking them for this video. And I'll also put this video in their comment because I know that if you comment on a video, then it will get more leads. So I will try to help them with commenting on their video, adding this one just in case they want to watch it, and sending a thank you note for uploading this, because it could not have been more welcome than now. So in 1996 there were two concerts in 1995 there were two concerts in Bremen, and the second one has been documented like for ages. Like if you see, for example, the YouTube Hand channel, Hand 90. I got great news about that as well, by the way. But Hand 90 is like the master of remastering Bon Jovi content. And he's been doing like clips from the second night in Bremen for like, I don't know, like 10 years or something. The second night in Bremen was very well documented. And then the first night wasn't added until 2 weeks ago. Like the set list, the official set list on setlist.fm, the set list that is on Bon Jovi Archives, which is like a very ancient site that has had a meltdown years and years ago, and fortunately it still has a lot of content from these old concerts, but both Setlist FM as well as Bon Jovi Archives, which has been like my go-to, and I have used it again for this one, have a mistake on it. So there's for the 14th song on these set lists is Born to Be My Baby, but it's not Born to Be My Baby, it's I Die For You. And you can see that because now we have, since 2 weeks, we have the footage, we have the entire show, and you can hear, oh, it's I Die For You, it's not Born to Be My Baby. So that's just to indicate how recent this is and how lucky, at least I am, that I have this, that I had this footage to listen to. Yeah, so I really was very happy. So before I get into the concert, the thing I have on Hand 90, so like I said, Hand 90 is like this mysterious presence on YouTube. Like he's like this genius. And like last year, he was just completely fed up and he ended his channel. He just had this countdown of like 10, 15 really good concert, really good songs that he was uploading. Like he started 15, 14, 13, and nobody knew what was coming. And then number one was The End. It was a remastering of The End, the song The End from Bon Jovi, very rare. And he had made it, he had a goodbye note underneath saying that he was just having so much difficulty, or felt so stressed out by how the band was doing in 2019. He just felt like, okay, I just can't do this anyway. I mean, that's how I remember it. Maybe he phrased it differently, but so we were all super sad. And then 2 months later or something, 3 months later, I don't know, it was not that long. It wasn't like half a year or something, I think. you could see, you could go watch for yourself. He started again. He found his mojo. He found all that old material. Maybe something happened in those months. Maybe someone gave him some shows that he had been looking for ages, and that inspired him to come back. But he made his comeback, and he's currently just back to his old tricks, remastering all this old Bon Jovi content. So that's Hand 90. And that's this, this guy, this channel, this legend. But now there's someone, and you can find him in YouTube as well as on Twitter. Just search for Bon Jovi Talk, and they have a logo with the heart and the dagger in it. I think, yeah, I think. Bon Jovi Talk, go look for that. And the interview from Bon Jovi Talk with Hand 90 has already taken place. It can take a couple of weeks before they will upload it. But when I heard that Bon Jovi Talk was going to do an interview, or had done an interview with the guy from Hand 90, I was like, oh my god, it's like legendary. I was like totally fangirling over this. And so very soon we will have Hand 90. I know his first name, but I'm just not really comfortable. I don't know if he wants that out, so I'm not going to say it here out loud. So we have Hand 90, the legend, being interviewed by Bon Jovi Talk. So both channels, Hand 90, Bon Jovi Talk, I'll put them in the description box of this channel, and you can go check them out. Subscribe to both. I mean, oh my god, if you haven't subscribed to Hand 90 and you're a Bon Jovi fan, with Hand 90, read the description boxes, because they're so passionate and they're like full of tech stuff that you really don't understand, but it really doesn't matter. It's just to read something that's been written by someone who's so really involved in what he's doing is just, it's absolutely magnetic. So read Hand, never watch a video from Hand without watching the description boxes, especially in recent years. He is very elaborate in what he does in the description box. So those are two like really big tips. Go do those things, or go follow them if you're really into Bon Jovi. Like these two guys, Bon Jovi Talk and Hand 90, they're really good. They're great. They're great. I mean, and then I'm going to go to the concert. Like I meet men who are really into Bon Jovi, and I meet them on Twitter. And I'm like, where have you guys been? Like, is this where all the men have been hiding? It's like, I don't know. It's really good, because I only know the Bon Jovi's got a lot of female followings, and you know, big female following, and being a woman myself, you know, it just, that's what you kind of, I wouldn't say relate to, but it's that's the part that I see. I hadn't really, you know, touched upon this well, this source, this unexplored territory of male Bon Jovi fans. But it's a great place to be. It's really good, and they're all like, they know all this stuff. I know nothing. I just ordered my first Crossroad CD box, or CD. I didn't even have the CD Crossroad, so I'm like a baby there. I'm like, this is really great, but I'm not, you know, that deep into the material. Okay, so that's really great. You know, that I'm having conversations with all these people who do know their shit about Bon Jovi. And I also think that the channel who uploaded this concert, I'm like 99% certain that it's a guy, because I haven't met women who own Bon Jovi YouTube channels. I mean, not the like bare bones of concert. I'm sure there are a lot of YouTube channels that are you know, fan videos from the band or from John Bon Jovi. Those could be from women, but I haven't really, those really bare bones concert channels, all male, as far as I've seen until now. Okay, so thanks to Bon Jovi Live Concerts, we have this concert. It's a good quality. It was recorded in the audience. Oh, by the way, you can find this concert in the source list, which you can find in the description box. So in the source list, in the description box, you can find First Night Bremen, and that's what I've used. Kind of lost my trail here. Well, either way, that's what I have been listening to. Oh yeah, the quality of the recording. It's really great for listening to the music. It was recorded in the crowd, but unfortunately, this is really unfortunate, it was, for me, it was almost impossible to hear the talking in between the songs, and I really love listening to John Bon Jovi's voice. He has an entirely different voice in the 90s, even when he's talking. It's really, it's enchanting. Enchanting. His speaking voice, enchanting. I couldn't hear it. I've heard him talk about safe sex and robbers at 1 hour 17. Safe sex and robbers. It's like, maybe it was because those words were so interesting to me that I picked them out, but otherwise very little could be understood of the talking. So that was the only kind of like downside with this recording. So I have this set list here. Really, really great performance. It's really, you listen to it and you're like, wow. If you've been to Bon Jovi on that tour, 95, 96, that was him. His voice was so good. The concert was so good. The concert was so long. It's well, it's a little over 2 hours. It's actually not that long for a Bon Jovi concert, but it's yeah, it was really, really well. It works really well. So, what have I heard? The main concert. So, without going into the encore, the main concert had some extremely beautiful songs. First of all, there's Always, that is now in the main set list, so not in the encore. It has been used in the encore prior, but now it's kind of like put into the heart of the main set list. Always was sung very well, and especially the last verse. Like, oh, the last verse of Always is that he just put so much emotion into it. It was so extremely intimate. So if you want to listen to it again, it's at 34 minutes. That was really beautiful. Then there was a very strong combo which was not repeated after, or it's really, really rare. It was Blood Money and Blaze of Glory. And Blood Money as well as Blaze of Glory are John Bon Jovi songs. They're not Bon Jovi songs, they're John Bon Jovi songs. And they were released in 1990 in the Blaze of Glory, on the Blaze of Glory CD. And Blood Money's acoustic. Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's the entire CD, Blaze of Glory from 1990. It's something that's still growing on me. Like at the time, it was too. It didn't have the I don't know. It's grit. Is that a word? It didn't have the the power of the electric guitars and the drums and the rock that I just really kind of just need to get emotionally excited about something. But if 30 days after he released that record, I'm really starting to appreciate it. And Blood Money is one of the songs that's on that record. So the combo, first acoustic Blood Money, then moving into Blaze of Glory, were really, really beautiful to listen to. And I will put the set list as well. I don't have times for those time markers for Blood Money, Blaze of Glory, but I'll put the set listing below, and then you can kind of like figure it out where it is. So it's a rare combination, and it's absolutely beautiful to listen to. If you would say like, oh, which song of this concert do I have to look up? I would say take the Blood Money, Blaze of Glory combination, or the last verse of Always. Okay. Oh, another one. It's something I just never get used to. Like it's like I'm doing other things. I'm like listening to the audio, and I'm like, oh, what's that? And it's always the intro to Jumping Jack Flash. So at the end of I'll Sleep When I'm Dead, they move it into Jumping Jack Flash from the Rolling Stones, and that it's like it's so it just has a certain edge that not many of the Bon Jovi songs have. And also the way John Bon Jovi sings is also, it's a lot more raw than what he usually does. So it's wow. So the end of I'll Sleep When I'm Dead, when I'll Sleep When I'm Dead moves into Jumping Jack Flash, that was definitely a moment when I was like, oh, this is really good. This is really keeps you awake, just to kind of like tie it into the song I'll Sleep When I'm Dead. After that, there's Bad Medicine, and in Bad Medicine there's always kind of like at the end of the song there's always a lot of talking going on, and I've seen some very interesting footage of that, all the talking in Bad Medicine, and it's always an exciting point in the concert. And that's when I picked up on the rubbers and the safe sex. I have no idea what the rest was what he said, but okay, 1 hour 17, rubbers and safe sex. If someone else knows it, yeah, you can let me know. You can put it in the comments. maybe put in a few spacings or something so that it's not picked up as lewd stuff. Then we get the encore from starting with I Die For You. So that was the song that wasn't known, and it's still on the on Setlist FM, or it's still not on Setlist FM. It's really new. So I Die For You, not Born To Be My Baby, I Die For You. Then Bed of Roses, then Runaway. I really don't like Bed of Roses. I think that's kind of like why I kind of like, I don't know, like skip over it. Like, I can just feel myself like being very excited for I Die For You, and then I'm like, oh, I'm Bed of Roses and Run Away. This is, and that's like, it's like I really, I'm kind of like ashamed of that because, well, I think, yeah. I think maybe it's because everybody loves it that I don't. Oh, but also I just told you that I really like guitars and I like it rough and I like rock. So it kind of like completely makes sense that I'm excited for I Die For You and not for Bed of Roses. Okay, we're kind of like, you know, we neutralize that preference. Then the second encore had that great guitar intro from Richie. So before Wanted Dead or Alive, there's actually like an entire song by Richie Sambora just with his electric guitar. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So there's actually a song extra on in this set list. Then it moves into Wanted Dead or Alive. Just like always, it's played with so much emotion and it's such a joy to listen to. So Wanted Dead or Alive, definitely recommended. And then there's 3 songs with Steven Van Zandt. What I really liked is, what I did pick up was when, so that's Little Steven, was when John Bon Jovi introduced Steven Van Zandt. He said Van Zandt, and that's, you know, South African or Dutch. So I kind of like John Bon Jovi trying to pronounce it the way he thought, or maybe it is true. I don't know how Little Steven himself pronounced his surname. But John Bon Jovi said Van Zandt and not Van Zandt. So, yeah, well, that was funny. So, together with Little Steven, aka, or Steven Van Zandt, aka Little Steven, they do 3 songs. Rockin' All Over the World, Someday I'll Be Saturday Night, and then With a Little Help from My Friends. And that's how this wonderful night in Bremen, Germany ends in 1995. So, the final thing I picked up, you know, from the speaking voice of John Bon Jovi at the end of the concert, at the end of With a Little Help from My Friends. He says, see you tomorrow, and he says it twice. See you tomorrow, see you tomorrow, and then like 30 seconds after that, another see you tomorrow. And yeah, so they were very aware that they were playing 2 nights at the same venue. And so I'll be back tomorrow, and then I'll be reviewing the second night in Bremen. There's a recording, there's video, there's a lot of outtakes created by hand and also by another channel, which is called, I thought, like a guy's name and then Santa Fe or something, or the Santa Fe channel, something with Santa Fe. So there are at least 2 channels who have created outtakes, so single songs from the second night in Bremen. So we have, yeah, I have a lot to study and a lot to share. So I'll end just like John Bon Jovi. See you tomorrow.